back to another video. Today is what the saiyans were in Dragon Ball Z, in Naruto. Well, the reason why this what if hasn't came out any sooner is because I'm actually working on my animation, the stick named Godspeed. I will be showing an image soon of what the picture is gonna look like. So if y'all guys want to see some gameplay of it, then I will gladly show it to you. But now let me talk a little bit before we start. Okay. So how this would work? I wanted to make them friends with the Atsutsuki, but I saw somebody else do that idea, so I'm gonna make them another kind like Uchiha. They have a special Kekkei Genkai called Ki. Unlike this, that's their Kekkei Genkai, and they have their own village, and they hold the Zero Tails, which is the Zero Tails is basically a piece of the Ten Tails, like a fraction of the Ten Tails power, but it's not it's like a strong piece though. It was born with no tail, even though they're called the tailed beast, even though it's born without a tail. The Hokage, the first Hokage, his name was Vegeta the First. Then there was Vegeta the Second, Vegeta the Third, Vegeta the Fourth, and then there was Bardock, which he died, sealing the sixth Hokage, the sixth Seikage away, which would be Son Kakarot. You thought his name was going to be Goku, but his name for real was going to be Goku. Oh, it's Kakarot, but I'm going to refer to him as Goku. So Minato would be born into the he'll be born into the Saiyan clan, and that would make Naruto part Saiyan. 50% a half Saiyan hybrid. Saiyans would still have, like, every time they get hurt, they get stronger. They will still have that, and they would not have Goku be powerful. So when Minato still gets sealed away, Goku would have a special connection to Minato since he is a Saiyan, but they're actually related. But Goku doesn't want to tell Naruto. So Goku takes Naruto to his village and tells them that he's gonna train Naruto for a little bit to master his QB control for the rest of his life. Well, not for the rest of his life, until he can fully tame the Nine Tails. Since he knows what it feels like to have a rampaging monster. Since he killed his parents. Since he killed his mom when he saw the full moon. See, I like the other Tail Beast. No matter what, if you look at the moon, the Tail Beast is gonna get unleashed. People can unseal it, kind of like the Nine Tails did during the Nine Tails attack, how they can rip it out and then it's rampaging. But once it gets into a Jinchuriki, it stays with the Jinchuriki no matter what, unless it's he literally sees the moon and gets possessed by the tailed beast, and he won't be able to stop it because it has no tail and it has to fight. It fights like a monkey until it's either sealed away to the Ten Tails demonic statue or another Jinchuriki, or it runs out of energy chakra and runs out of chakra. Basically, once it runs out of chakra, you cannot use it until you get your full chakra back, and then once you look at the moon again, he will basically it would basically turn back to normal. That's all I can say. And then, okay, let's just hop right into the story, because I've been talking so much about the lore about this for like for like how long? 4 minutes. Wow. Okay, now let's just hop straight into it. Alright. Here we go. He's crying. Naruto, you okay? Says Goku. Naruto will tell him that the people of the village hated me. Like, I was no person. I was a monster, like a demon. Naruto would tell him it didn't take him long to become a Kage, and he would become a Kage just like him, just like his dad once was. He would ask him about Prince Vegeta, which Vegeta would be a prince because his dad's been the Kage. People call him Prince just because he would tell him to go train with his son, Gohan. Gohan would be his son, and he would be a prodigy, just like in canon, but his mom wanted him to study more than training, which is going to be Chi-Chi. She's not a Saiyan. She is actually an Uzumaki, just like Naruto. She was actually Kushina's cousin. And then Naruto, feeling a connection to him, would actually start training a lot more with Gohan. Gohan would train more with Naruto than he would train with his dad, and then eventually they'll both become powerful together. Naruto would learn how to use Ki, but he can't use it as powerful as Goku or Ki can. Master Roshi would still be alive, but he's part of his own clan that wiped out generations ago since he found how to. He has his clan allows him to live longer, which his clan got wiped out, so he's the last remaining clan member. Goku would, but he can't use his Kekkei Genkai. He can use Ki for some special reason. I think it's Kekkei Genkai. People think it's Kekkei Genkai. They call me Kekkei Genkai because he can use tailed beast balls, basically. He's also famed as the old man of the Turtle Hermit. Basically, the Turtle Hermit old man. And Naruto would get sent there when he was 10 to go train with him for 2 years. Naruto would train and then become a part of his Turtle Hermit basically thing, and then they will go to the show. Naruto had to make shadow clones because they didn't know what else to do, since they're really good partners with Konoha, since Minato was a Saiyan, and the other generations. Listen, one day the clan gets attacked and a bomb gets blown off. They try to send troops, and then Goku says, "I need as much troops as you can. Please tell Konoha to send help." Naruto would tell him that he would hurry. He would go as fast as he can, but by the time Konoha gets back with some elite ninjas and Ambus, everybody would be slaughtered besides Gohan, Goku, and his wife, and some other Saiyans that were currently at the village. Everything would go in panic. Naruto would start to cry. He would see one of his dead allies on the ground. Naruto begins to be filled with rage until they see who did it. Some lizard being holding a massive ball of fire in his hand. Since the Frieza races linked with Saiyans, I want to add them back, so I didn't want to get rid of them. So Frieza destroyed the Saiyans. Goku, seeing this, his head begins to spark. Naruto's hair begins to spark, and also his eyes begin to go blood red, mixed with a little green, and his whiskers begin to get more noticeable. Their hairs both begin to flare yellow, little by little. So does Gohan's. But Gohan controls his rage, since he wasn't really attached to the Saiyans that much. But as soon as Naruto sees that they're not responsive, Naruto yells, and so does Goku. Naruto and Goku scream at the top of their lungs, yelling, "You monster!" Goku's hair begins to glow, and it turns back to normal. Goku will look at Frieza and say, "Who are you? And what have you did to my people?" A burst of chakra, a yellow chakra, burst out of her. Naruto seeing Goku mad. Naruto gets shot into a panic and goes Super Saiyan as well. I know. Naruto getting Super Saiyan? Impossible. Naruto was 5 when he went with them, and he was 10 when we went to Master Roshi. So let's do some quick math. 5 plus 5 equals 10. So that means he was with the Saiyans for around 5 years, and then he went with Master Roshi for an extra 2 years. He probably went back and forth, so he's been with the Saiyan for 5 years, half of his life at the time. Naruto would scream. Naruto will blitz right into Frieza, punching him in his stomach. Frieza going into his fifth form. Well, I said fifth. His final form instantly. And then he goes into his full power. Then Frieza tries to blitz Naruto, but he does and starts beating on Naruto, even though he's a Super Saiyan. He's only a kid, though. So when Goku sees this, Goku gets into a more rage, blitzes right at him, grabs his head, slams him into the ground, starts beating him into a bloody pulp. He starts squeezing Frieza's head, throws him in the air, and charges up a Kamehameha. All we hear is, Kame. And then we hear Naruto yelling the same thing. They both power up a blast. And then Goku says, it's time to end this. Frieza! And then Naruto tells Frieza, this is the end for you. And then they both charge up a QB, two bastard QB blast, Kamehamehas, eviscerating Frieza off the side of the planet. Kakashi, seeing this, decides to train Naruto and Sasuke Uchiha, which his clan was slaughtered years ago. Naruto really doesn't know. People don't really know Naruto that well because he left the village when he was 5. Naruto would come back and take the Chunin exams, but he wouldn't be regified as from Konoha. Since Naruto lived in the Saiyan village, he would never become the Hokage. He had to become the Saiyan Hokage because he lived most of his life. He lived 7 years of his life, and there more times than he lived in the Hokage. Even though he can become he either can become the Saiyan Hokage, or he can become basically a Seikage or a Hokage. Naruto would have a hard time picking, and Naruto picks. Well, I'll find out in the next video.